So, this will be about confusing levels of ideas horizontally and vertically. I once encountered a video comparing Horus to Jesus to Dionysus. And I pondered, after years in studying comparative religions, history of religious ideas, and separately various strands of those ideas, whether Egyptology and theologies of various nomas, Heliopolitan, Theban, Memphite, and so on, whether studying Judeo-Christianity and Gnostic origins of this sectarianship of Jewry under the Second Temple of Jerusalem, whether it comes to the mysteries of Dionysius Zagreus, to know that people connecting those three dots, Horus, Jesus, and Dionysus, are swimming in utter bullshit. So, this is a cup. Do I confuse it for the Graal because it looks alike? I drink coffee. But it's transubstantiated into blood. No, it didn't. So, generally, in order to make any such claims, you need to have a large knowledge base. You need to have some insight and discernment. You need to have a keen mind. Because the issue with the modern world, especially with New Agers, is that they have scant information, no studies, scant discernment, and absolutely no idea about the whole superstructure of ideas of what they're talking about. Now, I consider myself a little learned magician. I love hermetizing studies, order up chaos. If I don't know something, I study it in depth. Before I start connecting certain things with others, comparing them. Certain things are unconnectable. They are so diverse and different from each other that they don't play. Like someone once said that there's one truth and all religions are different aspects of it. No, bullshit. Different religions, ideas, philosophies often contradict each other. Maybe they are complementary in some points, like the spectrum, electromagnetic spectrum. We have windows of spectra within this radiation. And if we have, for example, 10 or 20 philosophical strands, there are different spectra. They have different windows. Some of them are similar, but they're not exact because they come from a different tradition. Others are completely different. Others have things that others are missing, and so on and so on. But we need to study them to understand. So when you have absolutely no idea about it and you start connecting the dots, you end up with a new age bullshit mess, right? And it is not to criticize anyone. It is to advertise pure reason revolution and studying in depth. I know it's hard, but there are libraries. Books are accessible. If you cannot access books, steal them and read. Read in depth. It takes tons of volumes to be read to be an expert on one thing, or studies in depth on academic level to be an expert. But nowadays, everyone has an opinion, right? And these opinions, most likely, without any backing, are complete flawed bullshit. And not only that, let's say that Buddhist idea of multiplication, realization by realization. You can also multiply delusion by delusion, ignorance by ignorance, and bullshit by bullshit. And then you end up as a total ignorant. Well, it's better to multiply knowledge by knowledge, intelligent knowledge, intelligence by intelligence, shrewdness by shrewdness, stoutness by stoutness, realization by realization. Of course, it's not a linear progress because we make mistakes, cognitive biases, and all that. However, it's worth the effort rather than combining bullshit with bullshit and ending up completely confused, deluded, without discerning anything from politics to society to religion to any form of metaphysics. Thank you. Theos Invictus. And Apollon agrees.